Good afternoon, beautiful Vancouver. Good afternoon, beautiful baby. What do you say? Let's go! It is a beautiful afternoon in Vancouver. I need to talk to the baby because she's looking right at me, right? And it feels like Florida today. I have sunscreen on, my sunglasses on, and it's really warm. It's like 80 degrees, and I'm loving it. I'm loving every second of this. Today I'm issuing my challenge to myself to walk the seawall and see how far I get. So I have the app, Map My Run. I'm going to start it. Do you think we'll get far? Because it also depends on you. Times like these, I'm really happy for the long shade thing, because otherwise she'd have sun in her face. Pause because someone needed to eat something. Yeah. Send it to you, Tori. We hit our limit. It's getting kind of late and it's almost time for her to start to get ready for bed, so we should start heading back. And we walked 3.4 miles on the seawall itself. What do you think of that? Yeah. Time to start heading home. You telling me? Oh my. Wow. Wow.
Welcome to the end of our video. It seems very similar to our last video. So last time, our last top 5 list, you asked me for my top 5 favorite sports teams, which I think you already knew the answer. Mm-hmm. Was there any surprises in my answers?
No.
Okay. So I'll ask you the same thing. What are your top 5 favorite sport franchises / teams, any sport in the world, including curling, I don't know, whatever. Is that even a team sport? It is a team sport.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess not including national teams.
Not including national teams?
Because you would say like the U.S. national team of whatever sport it is.
I was going to, actually.
Yeah.
I always, when the Olympics are on, I always root for the gymnastics teams, and they're always some of my favorite things to watch. So I was going to say the U.S. gymnastics team. Does that not work now?
I think, I don't know. No, I'm going to say no.
You're going to say no? Okay, so it has to be like...
I'm going to assume you're going to choose all the American teams anyway.
Not necessarily.
Well, what would be a surprise?
Well, I thought that my picking the gymnastics team would be a surprise.
Okay, we're talking about sports that involve a ball or something that flies around.
That's what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
You going to say the U.S. National soccer team?
Well, I never really watched soccer, so I can't really.
I would say our women's soccer team if I had another. If I I didn't really think about national teams when I answered my top 5 list. But okay. However you want to answer. Okay, it is your top 5 list. Answer it however you want. Go.
Okay.
Top 5 favorite sports teams.
Well, the U.S. gymnastics team, the female gymnastics team. Mets.
New York Mets.
New York Mets.
Dun, 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 dun. That's great because if you were a Yankees fan, we would probably not get along.
Washington Capitals.
That's my fault.
It is all your fault. Actually, the New York Islanders.
You like the Islanders and the Capitals?
Yeah, I'm allowed.
But not when they're against each other.
No, when they're against each other, I go for the Capitals.
Okay.
And
That warms my heart a little bit. Thank you.
the Vancouver Canucks.
Oh, these are 3 hockey teams you've chosen.
Yeah. I wonder how did that happen? Like, before I met you, I never went to a hockey game.
We happened to be in D.C. at the time, and it's like, hey, you want to go see a hockey game? And you're like, sure.
And I found my favorite team and my favorite player.
Yeah, it's like, oh, number 8, I like him. Oh, you mean Ovechkin, like the best player in hockey? Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
I also liked him because of his name. Because he reminded me of Ulrich. Sir Ulrich von Liechtenstein.
The name reminds you of Sir Ulrich von Liechtenstein. His name is Ovechkin.
I know.
All right.
I don't know why it reminds me of that, but it does.
I think it's fun that you say that, though. You got to pick one more team.
One more. The Miami Heat.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it for the same reasons that I said? I think it might be.
Well, before that, I never saw a basketball game in real life. So it was kind of like you took me to my first basketball game. You took me to my first basketball game and my first hockey game.
Well, that was, I think, when we first went to see the Miami Heat the first time. That was only the second time I went to a basketball game. The first time was in New York to see the Knicks. And I'm telling you, it was like night and day compared to like the atmosphere and just overall joy and everything. And I was happy to say that the Miami Heat was my hometown team for a little while.
The thing about basketball was I liked playing basketball in high school. I wasn't on any team, but during gym, they would just give us basketballs and say, go play.
Oh.
So I got like into a routine with some of my classmates from high school, and it was like, okay, they pretty much taught me how to play basketball. Like, they taught me how to shoot.
Cool.
I don't think you never knew this story.
I knew you played, but we never really talked about it.
Well, pretty much they taught me how to play and how to shoot, and then it got to a point where we were playing a game, and they had like a rule of no one was allowed to block me because I was just getting the hang of getting it in the basket, so most of the time it wasn't going in anyway, and then they had to reprimand that rule and take it away, and I didn't like that.
Oh, your advantage was taken away.
My advantage was taken away.
Aw. I thought you were going to say because she's short.
No. No. No, because it was like I was just getting the hang of getting it in the hoop. But it was a fun time. That was like my junior year of high school or senior year of high school, something like that. And I always found watching basketball on TV pretty fascinating because they go from one side to the other, one side to the other. It's super fast. And I kind of got the rules, I kind of understood the rules because of me playing in high school. And yeah. So I kind of liked basketball before we went to a game, but I never followed it. I never like sought out to look at and watch these games. It just kind of was like, oh, basketball's on.
Well, living in New York, it was always extremely expensive to go see a basketball game.
Yeah, I never went in New York.
And that's why I only went to one, and I remember, in the nosebleeds, and it was not. I used to love going to Madison Square Garden for other things, and I'm like, oh, I went to see basketball, and it just was it just was not fun for me.
I went to Madison Square Garden a few times for concerts.
Yeah, I went to concerts. I did go to a couple of Rangers games.
Never went to a Rangers game.
And wrestling. I went to see WrestleMania 10 there. Yeah, but going to the American Airlines Arena, the AAA in Miami, and seeing the Miami Heat, that was just a whole lot of fun and great food.
Yeah.
Let's go Heat and let's go eat. That was just fun times. Fun times.
Yeah.
Look forward to going back someday.
Yeah, one day maybe.
Yes. What do we say?
Follow our friends.
Follow our friend. They have good stuff out.
Yeah.
And what
I
else?
was watching.
Oh, what were you watching?
I was watching JJ Extra.
Yes, we have been watching
Today.
the last couple of days.
Yeah. The last couple of days, actually, yeah,
Mhm.
because they do daily videos like us.
Yeah.
So.
I remember
it's
watching The Day of Steve recently. They had something
Yeah.
new out. He had something new, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so cool. And what else do we say?
Oh, I also watched and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, he's got one
We
out.
went to Buc-ee's.
I've never been to a Buc-ee's.
Neither have I.
Let's
I
go
don't
to
know
a
what
Buc-ee's.
I don't know what a Buc-ee's is.
It's a food place, right?
Gas station.
Well, it'll be a long. I mean, we don't need to get gas that bad. But at some point, yeah. I thought it was a food place.
I think it's a gas station. I think he said it was a gas station.
Maybe it's both.
Maybe?
Maybe we gotta watch that video again.
I think so. Getting 2 views out of us.
Possibly more. Probably more. All right. What else do we say?
We hope you come back tomorrow.
Yes.
Monkey's out.
Monkey's out.